This is Angel Ribo, the CEO confidant here in Dallas, in Texas, with Expansion Network, accelerating the consciousness of humanity every single day. As you know, I'm also very well known here in Latin America because I am the president and co-founder of the Wisdom for Kids Foundation. And here again, this is a Saturday, so we are on the reality check on the planet, how to travel the world without fear. We are still in Albania, but we are yet again with the Goddess Temple, Judy Machado. Hi, Judy. How are you?
I'm doing so great. Thank you so much again, Angel, for having me on your beautiful show. I'm so excited to be here to share with everybody what's happening, especially in this beautiful country in Albania.
It's amazing. I'm so excited. I mean, everything looks so beautiful and so nice. I'm so glad to see you with the sun in your face. It's amazing. Oh my God, you're right on the sea?
Yeah, right on the sea. Look
oh
at
my God.
Look at that.
Amazing.
That cool? Yeah.
So what's the name of the town, village, city that you are right now?
Surrender.
Surrender. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we see other people in the back. Okay. Oh, and you're not alone. Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, we had so many people here just earlier. Now everybody seems to be leaving. Well, Gerta's telling me they have like a little siesta. They go home right now, they eat, and then they come back out around 5.
Oh, okay. What time is it in Albania right now?
It is, let's see, it's about 3:30. So 3:40. Yeah. Yeah, 3:40.
Wonderful. Well, it looks like an amazing day there. It's a little bit chilly, as I can tell by your coat and your scarf, right?
It's hot and it's cold. It's funny. It's like it's when it's a little bit cloudy, so it's a little bit chilly, but then it's really hot. You know, I think it was 18 today. Oh no.
Excellent. So just for the ones that it's the first time that you actually check this show, just to let you know. So every single Saturday Judy and I will meet and we talk about what's going on in the world. And the idea of doing this is because, we've known each other for a while, for many years already. And she was traveling the world, and I immediately said, oh my God, what an opportunity to show everybody what's going on in the world. And so we started to talk about many different countries that she's already been in. And this week she's the second week that she's in Albania. And actually, I have a few news to share with the world about what's going on in Texas. Very interesting news. Exactly, absolutely. But let's make things, first things first. And she has a friend. So Judy has a friend. She has someone with her, and that is a great blessing. So I would love to actually introduce her to the audience. And thank you for doing that, Judy.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Gerta.
I'm fine, thank you.
Again,
she's from Albania.
So she's
I'm from Albania.
Okay, are you from this city? From
Yes.
Okay, what's the name of the city?
Saranda.
Saranda. Okay, wonderful, excellent.
It's a beautiful place. You need to come here and to visit Saranda.
Okay.
It's a beautiful beach town, like just huge tourist town, beach town, incredible. Even in the winter, I was talking to the agent who helped me get an apartment, and he said there's so many entrepreneurs and nomads living here. Especially the past 8 months, I guess, because of COVID. People are coming here because it's open, it's a beach town, it's small, it's inexpensive, it's beautiful. The people are made, food is delicious. And so many people are coming here, traveling and renting long-term apartments, like 1-year apartments. This agent was telling me.
Awesome. Okay, Gerta, how did you meet Judy? Where did you girls meet?
At the Santa Quaranta,
which is a hotel.
Yes,
so she works in a hotel.
With her friends and do the nails.
Yeah, we came to get our nails done.
Interesting. Oh, wonderful.
Yes, and then I was looking for an apartment, and she was helping as well. She was sending me messages, sharing with some people she knows. So she's just been such a gift, like such a blessing, such a beautiful soul. And today I went to have my nails done, and that's when I thought, hey, maybe I should go into town. And she said, well, I'll go with you. And here we are in this beautiful spot. And
that's wonderful. Well, as you know, in Saranda, because you just saw people that were just walking by and exactly. So they were working exactly. So everything is open. Yeah, I guess also that we are seeing some
people back there.
Yeah, there's some people back there.
People back there.
Exactly. So Wonderful. So, yeah, what a beautiful place. What an amazing place. So, Saranda, if people want to go to your city, what do they need to know about before going to Albania? What do they need to know?
What do they need to know? Well, I guess first in terms of, COVID, there's no PCR test required. There's no quarantine. It's totally open. So anyone can come in and enjoy, and especially this little beach town, which I want to promote because it's so adorable and so beautiful. It's just on the southern part of Albania. And like I said, they apparently so many entrepreneurs living here, nomads, people traveling here, especially now with it being open. So really no restrictions. You would just come in, you fly in, ideally from Tirana, which is a northern sort of city, and then you make your way down here into Saranda. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, Gerta, how did you end up working in a hotel?
What? How did you end up working in a hotel? In the hotel? Yeah. How did you start working there?
My mom started working there.
Okay.
And I do a school for the nails, and I start.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, I open a business there, and I work with people who come from such a people. A new places.
Okay.
Yeah, different places. Yes.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So, how far is Saranda from Tirana?
I think with the car is 3 hours.
3-hour drive, very quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful.
My friend and I came by car.
Okay.
Because we wanted to see. We actually came along the coast, which took about almost 5 hours because it's right along the coast, which was beautiful. Yes. Oh my God, would highly recommend that drive. But if you just come in through the internal, the highway, it's about 3 hours.
Yes.
Yeah. So beautiful. The different towns. There's this beautiful little town called
Girocastra.
Oh my God, it's ancient town, UNESCO. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. These places, just incredible. Albania, I mean, crazy. And just right over there, there's this huge island, and it's the Greek island of Corfu, like across Albania. Like, it's so beautiful.
Hey, what's approximately what's the temperature right there, Judy? What's the temperature now?
15 degrees right now.
15 degrees. Okay. Okay.
You have to just show
so it's funny because it's much warmer than here in Dallas today, for instance. So we are barely up 10 right now. So anyway.
Now it's 14. It just went down one.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. So I mean, obviously, I'm super excited to see the reality of what's going on in Albania and what's going on in Saranda. Obviously, I mean, I've never been in Albania, unfortunately. Although I'm from Europe, I'm from Barcelona, but unfortunately, I've never been in Albania. But I would love to. I can tell this is a lovely place. I mean, it's just this place that you're showing. We can tell it's a modern, nice place right on the sea to spend a very nice time having a breakfast or a lunch. What are you drinking, by the way, Judy? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking tea. It's called mountain tea.
Okay.
A pop. It's like an orange pop. Yeah. And I'm drinking mountain tea. I don't know if you can see in here. It's very popular here because there's so many mountains. There's these little herbs that
my God, awesome.
Fresh from the mountains. And then every restaurant, everybody's, has it. They also have a lot of sage, like natural sage too. So I've been drinking a lot of sage. I love it. So I have it with my lemon. It's perfect. Loving it.
Wow. Awesome. Excellent. So the news I wanted to share with the world is about Texas, is about the fact that, early in the week, the governor of Texas actually issued an executive order with which he is lifting every single mandate of wearing masks or closing businesses in the state.
Wow. For
those of you that maybe you're not so familiar with the US, so Texas is the second largest state in the union. And it's been pretty open throughout the entire, last 12 months. It's now March 2021. And this obviously represents a big, step forward for recovering the economy, because obviously there have been a lot of business that have had to literally close or shut down due to the restrictions. And now they will be able to, open again if they wish to. Right. And the reflection I wanted to make, because as we said since the very beginning with Judy, this is not a place of judging. This is not a place of being judgmental with anybody. This is just a place in which we want to show you that there's other places and there's other opportunities and possibilities in the world. And we respect everybody, and we really want to be a bridge between everybody. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter where you fall. It doesn't matter if, you know, if you are afraid of the virus, or if you're not afraid of the virus. It doesn't matter. We are here just to show you what's going on in the world, and we fully respect you, and we really sincerely love you. And I wanted to share an experience because obviously this week, I mean, there's a lot of Texans that are extremely happy about this that's going on, and also there's people that are in fear, and even more in fear now that the governor opened the state. Let's put it this way. And again, we have to be extremely respectful. And the anecdote I want to share is that I mean, I personally believe that, I mean, this entire situation, I think that there's a lot of explanations that have to be made to the public about things that do not make a lot of sense in general. But again, I'm nobody to judge. But I have to be extremely respectful and loving and caring for the people that are in fear. And I didn't, I mean, at the same time that I saw a lot of people like really happy and literally jumping and being very happy for reopening the state, I went to a coffee shop, a bakery the other day. And although there was a huge blasting between us, she was more afraid than ever before, because I go to that place anytime. And I was wondering why she's so afraid. And it's obvious, because now she feels that there's going to be more people without masks going to her establishment. So that was a reason for her to be even more in fear, right? That's why it's so important to show the world that there's many other countries in the world, like Albania, that they never close down as we have here. Yeah. And people have been extremely respectful, and really things have not been dramatic. And, you know, and the countries like Albania and Tanzania and Montenegro and Serbia and Finland and Sweden and many other countries, they have really worked it out in a way in which there have been no restrictions. People have not been in fear, and they live peacefully right now. Right. Okay, so you know, I felt obviously I didn't have a deep conversation with the lady because there were other people on the line, and I did obviously out of fear it's difficult to have a conversation. And as you know, because the ones that know me, you know, I come from a lot of love and care and trying to build bridges among people. But yeah. You know, I just wanted to say that, and another thing I wanted to say is that, you know, people that are really into laws. I mean, in Texas, any private company can decide what they do and who they allow in and who they don't allow in. It's funny because I was listening to a video of a very well-versed in law person this week, and she was saying the following thing. So really, the governor of the state in the US, they cannot dictate laws, and he cannot close down the state, but the people still followed his executive order last May. And the same way, he cannot reopen the state because actually he doesn't have the authority to do it. It's the legislator who can do those things. So what I'm trying to say to everybody, you know, that's why I said in the beginning, or a few minutes ago, I said, hey, there's a lot of things that we don't understand. And unfortunately, the lack of knowledge, of experience, of understanding is making us do things that we should never be doing in the first place. Okay. So just to tell everybody else who are in lockdown, or maybe in curfew or many other situations, hey, you know, just develop a critical thinking. Yes. Develop a, you know, really try to don't take anything by the face value. Do your own research, and if you are in doubt, go to your heart. Yes. Go to your heart. And that's what I wanted to share. Judy, please go ahead.
I am so happy you're sharing that. And I would like to also say something similar, and a similar story about, you know, feeling into your heart, because there is so much going on. You know, I came from Toronto on this trip. I've been to Tanzania. I went to Serbia. I went to Montenegro. I'm now in Albania. All 4 beautiful countries open. But I came from Toronto in a complete lockdown, like probably one of the worst, you know, strongest lockdowns that's happening right now and continues to happen. And so a lot of my friends in my network are from Toronto and from the area, sending me messages saying, oh my God, aren't you afraid? This is crazy. What's going on over there? They have no idea that, you know, all of this is open. And that's the beautiful part of us sharing. But it's so important what you said about critical thinking. You know, just stop whatever you're hearing, whether you listen to the news, and hopefully you don't. And I'm going to say that I'm very strong with, you know, the news and sort of what that platform, it's all about programming us for more fear. That's really the intent. But for those who do and want to listen to the news, or even just, you know, are afraid of what's happening, just go into your heart and just ask yourself, is this really coming from a place of, you know, the greater good? Is somebody really caring about me and the greater good and the health? Or does this feel like there's something else here? And I'm going to give you an example. Here in Albania, I did notice this one stretch that we would drive in and out of, that there were always these police cars. And 3 times when my friend was here with me and we had her driver with us, the police stopped us 3 times in 3 different days at that same spot, and stopped the car, was stopping every car, and was asking us to put the mask on in the car. And I was talking to Gerta today, just saying, like, again, it's like, okay, I'm in my car with somebody who I already know, and I'm being asked to put a mask on in my car, like with my family. So sometimes we don't even think why we're being asked to do things. And that's what's happening, what I see happening in the whole world. We're just following things that sometimes, you know, we just have to ask ourselves, does it really make sense? You know, developing critical thinking. Is this something, you know, I even saw a video on YouTube where this guy was, you know, people were trying to get into this supermarket, and this guy just stood there with a roller, you know, like a roller to remove lint from your clothes. So he was like going like this. So somebody had to go in front of him like this. And then he was like with the lint roller going like this. And then he would say, okay, you can go in now. And he had like 10 people just doing this, getting their lint roll, and went in. And the video was like, no one questioned him to say, why are you like doing lint? You know what lint is, right? Yeah. Like to go into the grocery store. They just were like, oh, this must be a new thing. For some reason, there's lint on my skin or my clothes. So it's just an example of, we need to stop and think about, what is this what is everything that's happening, and does this feel, go into your heart. So many of us are taught in society to just stay in the head, stay in the science, stay in the logic, stay in the news, stay in what people are telling me. These people have doctor's coats, these people are, you know, journalists, I must listen to these people, when it's like the heart is what will tell us the truth. Your heart will tell you the truth. So stay in your heart, feel into your heart. And as we start to rise in consciousness, this is the fastest, most beautiful shift that's happening in this world right now. This beautiful shift in consciousness where we are expanding. The whole entire earth is going from 3D consciousness to 5D consciousness. What does that mean? 3D is where it is our senses. We live by our senses. 5D, we are now living in our heart. We're more intuitive. We're connected to the oneness. We realize we are brothers, sisters. We are one big united family. If I hurt you, I'm hurting me. You know, this is where we're moving into. And so many of us are expanding. Some are expanding sooner than others, but it's okay. Where everybody is on the perfect journey, because we are all on a journey. We're all on a journey, and we're all there to support one another. And so whatever you are seeing in front of you, if you are in a place where there's a lockdown, that's perfect for you too in that moment. For some reason, that's part of your journey. And if you're in a place where it's open, that's also part of your journey. And what a gift in sharing that there are parallel universes that we can all create, whether it's in the physical, but also in the spiritual, in your mind and in your heart. If you're in a lockdown country, you can create a parallel universe for yourself by focusing on the love and the fact that this world is shifting into 5D consciousness. We are shifting. And because we're shifting, anything that is not of that higher energy is starting to literally be polarized so much, to be exposed so much, so that we can start to see from this new, higher, elevated, expanded place that maybe it doesn't really come from love, some of these things. And then we can start to choose, okay, do I want to give energy to this? Or do I want to stay in my own place with my own friends who are all like-minded and start building this new earth that we're all creating together? Because we are creating. It is happening. It is being created. It's not being shared on the news, because the news is all about fear. It's a different agenda. But that's okay. That has to happen too. So how can we stay in our hearts, in love, focused on this new world that is being created? and it is being created. You can find today so many networks online, social media, YouTube. Your beautiful work that you do
Thank
is
you.
exposing people to this other earth that's being created, coming
Absolutely.
together and supporting one another.
Absolutely.
I'm so grateful. Thank
Absolutely.
you so
No,
much.
thank you.
For
Thank you
having
for sharing.
me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you for bringing Gerta here as well. So if people want to find you, what's the best place to find you, Judy?
Yes, so goddesstemplecacao.com is my website, or even Goddess Temple Cacao is my Instagram and my YouTube channel. So I'm active on YouTube, active on Instagram, and then my website. I love to promote cacao, ceremonial cacao, which is a drink that helps us to expand into a higher consciousness. So that's why the name, Goddess Temple Cacao. So my pleasure to be here. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Angel.
Thank
and
you.
I cannot wait to share more next week with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Gerta. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Bye.
So if anybody wants to reach out to Gerta, because she might, exactly. So there might be some people in the audience wanting to, exactly. So you can reach out to Judy, and Judy will connect you with Gerta. Thank you very much for being here with us today. Thank
Bye.
you. And everybody watching us, thank you. Thank you very much, Albania. Thank you so much for being there. And to everybody with us today, again, that's another episode of, Reality Check on the Planet, traveling the world without fear. We are still in Albania and checking on what's going on in there and in the world every single day. This is Angel Ribo, the CEO Confident. Thank you very much for being with us today. Thank you for being with us. Next Saturday, again, another story of Reality Check on the planet. Have a wonderful rest of the day. God bless you. Bye-bye.